Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Brady. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do TennoGen, so a quick tutorial on that. And what TennoGen is, I'm sure those of you that are looking at this tutorial already know, but it is Warframe's Steam's workshop thing that allows you to create custom skins and custom objects for their game Warframe. And so, just going to kind of run through a quick thing. These are some examples of TennoGen that is currently up for voting. So basically, the community gets to vote on what TennoGen they want to see in the game. And so, this is a quick example of what that is. And then over here, we actually have the TennoGen downloaded. And so I'll throw a link in the description of how to download the TennoGen um, app that allows you to start working on your own TennoGen. So basically, once you have TennoGen open, you're going to go ahead and go to this help icon right here. You click on that, and then there's this content, files, and examples. So you're going to click on that, and that will bring you to this list of everything that is available for you guys to work on. So these are I believe these are just the Warframes. Yeah, I believe these are just the Warframes. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and work on Limbo because he was the first frame that I started playing with and got me into the game. So we're going to go ahead and click download, and that's going to take you to this new page right over here. And basically, you're just going to say save file, and then you'll be able to find those files in your downloads. So as you can see right here, we have our downloads, and um, you can see it just kind of came in and as a zip. You can see here that I'm also going to be working on Mirage and Naros, because those are two frames that I also enjoy playing. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, so once we have it downloaded, we can go ahead and extract these files. You can see here that I've already created a directory for where I'm going to be storing these files. And the way that I've kind of set this up is if we go to Limbo, you can see I set up this folder called Original, and that's where I went ahead and extracted all of my Limbo files to. So you can see that what we come out with is an FBX file and an OBJ. Those are going to be the actual model itself. And then we have a few of the texture files that we're actually going to be basically just replacing outright. But you can see here that we have an ambient occlusion, a curvature map, a normal map, and then the body tint, and then the same for the helmets. And so basically what we're going to be going through is just how to start making our own custom TennoGen. So basically once I have this downloaded, we're going to jump over to ZBrush, and there are several different ways that you could be going about this. If you don't have ZBrush or any of the tools that I'm using, just know that these are kind of just more principles, and the tools can actually be interchanged very easily. For instance, Blender, I know, has a sculpting program and all of that, and this isn't really going to be a tutorial on how to do sculpting. There are people that are way better at sculpting than I am, and have brilliant tutorials on YouTube. And YouTube is actually where I learned all of what I'm going to show you myself. So I'm completely self-taught. Started teaching myself right out of high school, and all through college. And so you guys can definitely do it as well. It's all on YouTube. It's all on the internet. It's so easy to learn this stuff. You just have to be willing to look for it, With that little rant out of the way, so once we're in ZBrush, we can start and go ahead and start our project. So if we jump over here, we just need to go back to our directory that I just set up. So Warframe, TennoGen, and like I said, I want to start on Limbo. So you can see here that we can go ahead and import our OBJ. And once we import that, we are going to be left with our Warframe. So let's go ahead. So you can see that this is actually the low poly version of Limbo. And this is important because we're actually not allowed to change the geometry in any way, shape, or form. Because this has to do with the fact that they don't want to have to, give us the frame or the skeleton or anything like that, and rely on people to basically rig their own project. So basically, all you get is the Limbo frame as it's low poly, and then we're allowed to sculpt and do whatever the heck we want on it, as long as we're not changing the overall geometry of this project. So just to make sure that I'm not doing that, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, and this Limbo one, this duplicate will be my, I guess, template to make sure that I'm not changing the geometry at all in the low poly version. So we'll just go ahead and hide that for now. But yeah, so that's just kind of a quick overview of how you can go ahead and start getting these projects into a program like ZBrush or any other program to start sculpting on. So with that, we'll go ahead and cut this off here, and then I'll probably just be showing speed sculpts from this point on, and then once we get to texturing and stuff like that, I'll be bringing you guys along. So enjoy the ride. Okay, so now that we have Limbo in ZBrush, we're going to go ahead and start figuring out, exactly what we want to do with this character. So, Limbo is super awesome to me. I think that, his ability is really cool. For those of you that don't know, he's a Void Walker, so he can essentially open up pocket dimensions or pocket entries into the void. And when he's in the void, he's super strong, and he can teleport other beings into the void. I kind of play a nuke setup, as they call it, and the nuke setup essentially just you give your dude a lot of power, so that way when he sends people into the void, it generally kills them, and so you cause a lot of damage that way. So that's kind of the way that I play him. Now, with that being said, I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about this, because, like I said, it's kind of hard because you can't change the geometry, the underlying geometry at all. You can only sculpt on top of it. That doesn't apply to the helmet, but we'll get to the helmet in a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm not entirely sure of how I want to go about this yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and play around with it a little bit, and then we'll figure out, as I go, I guess. But so first, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of his helmet, because we're not going to be able to do anything with that one anyway, so no point in bothering with it. But like I said, he's a Void Walker, so I kind of want to do something with that. I kind of want to do something with his Void Walking ability. And so I kind of want to make him more of like the Void, they talk about in the game how it takes something away from you every time you enter it. So I kind of want to show him being corrupted by the Void in some way, or, he's battle-torn by his own battle with the Void. And so that's kind of my inspiration for right now. I also kind of want to draw inspiration from other magicians and stuff like that. So I'm kind of thinking a mixture between Jace Beleren from Magic the Gathering and possibly like Big Hat Logan from Dark Souls, but we'll see as it goes on. We'll have to take a look. So let's go ahead and get started.